Welcome to the Keith and the Girl Comedy Podcast After Show. Today's guest was Paul Hooper.
Woo!
I think recently Keith and I completely fell in love with you, and I think that we'll be seeing you on Keith and the Girl a lot more if we can help it, and I think we can.
Oh, that's wonderful news. I
We
love
have
you
pool.
guys.
I would consider you a good friend.
Absolutely.
I have seen you
Some great
more
friends.
in the past couple days than I have anybody else in my life.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
We did get to spend some time together.
it feels good.
It does. It
A
feels
little
wonderful.
poker, a little football. Maybe it's things where you can't really talk to each other.
Maybe that's it.
That's the
it's
key.
Yeah, but it's a good time.
That's okay because we consolidate all that talking in an hour on the actual show, and then we know about each other. We don't have to probe each other every time we see, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
split chicken wings, and I remembered his OCD, so it touched everyone. But apparently,
you?
apparently it doesn't affect chicken wings. He eats them just fine.
How dare you? I didn't see you do that.
No, I didn't do that.
Oh, thank you.
don't-
Please don't do that.
I think people expect Keith to do that kind of stuff, and I know that he never would unless he hates you, and then he just won't hang out with you. Like, he's
Right.
not going to hang out with you to touch your chicken wings, but now he has to spend his afternoon with you.
And torment you. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I do think people get the wrong idea, and we kind of talked about it on the last Keith and the Girl show also. But I think people think like if they said, "Oh, I hung out with Keith and he pissed on my chicken wings and made me eat the whole thing," I think they would go, "Yeah, why'd you hang out with him?" I think I get a bad rap, is what I'm
You
saying.
do. You do. We had a nice afternoon. Everything was calm. There was no
Yeah.
disturbance there.
Tell him, Paul. Tell him.
You yelled a few times. It was entertaining.
Oh, it's football.
It's great. We debated a bunch of things. It was a nice conversation. At the same time, the game, buffalo wings, 2 hot dogs and fries. It was nice.
Yet I think that I'm a little closer to Paul because I get to call him Hooper now. So we established that.
I call him Hoops.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
All right. Where did Paul Hooper? But your middle name is Eugene. Also, might be the whitest name in the world. And then you told
Yeah.
me that you're the third of this kind.
Yeah, that's my full name, Paul Eugene Hooper III. It's terrible. I'm okay with Paul. I'm okay with Hooper. Eugene sucks, and the 3 thing is ridiculous to me too.
How are you the third? What did you guys do so amazing that you need to be a third?
No, I don't understand. Actually, my mom told me I was supposed to be. Her choice was Jason Christopher, and they nixed that. And then my dad's like, "No, you're gonna go with Paul Eugene Hooper III." Then she's like, when I come home from the hospital, she's like, "Well, we have 2 Pauls now in the house. What do we do?" And his side of the family wanted to go with Gene, and she nixed that and just went, "No, he's little Paul." And then she kicked him out shortly thereafter. So I just became Paul of the house.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't think about this when they gave the names. Like,
No.
I didn't think about this. Now there's 2.
Yeah, but the
No.
thing is he's the third. So you already had this problem with your
Right.
dad growing up. How did he? I mean, there's precedent here.
We did
Right.
it again.
And there was talk of calling me Trey because of 3. Trey Hooper.
Okay.
I don't know. It was Jason. I'm glad I'm not Jason because Paul. I like Paul more than Jason, Paul Hooper. But that Eugene sucks. It's like a farming name or something to me.
But that's not bad.
Eugene. I don't know what Eugene. Like, what is Eugene? It's an outdated name, right?
I wouldn't name my kid Eugene.
Or Gene sucks too.
Gene's not as bad because we wear him.
That's right. Yeah, that's the spelling of it.
But you were saying that Hooper is one of the people who signed the Declaration?
Yeah, when I was in 4th grade, and or whenever it was, they teach about Declaration of Independence. They had one of the representatives from North Carolina, where I was raised, was William Hooper. So the teacher's like, "Are you related? Do you have it?" I'm like, "I don't know." And I just started saying I was until my adult life. Still to this day, I'm 38. I'll still put that on the 4th of July. I'll say shitty things about I'm a direct descendant of one of the founding fathers and rub it in, and
But what?
you can thank me and all this stuff.
Oh,
And I
just
say-
right.
all that kind of stuff. And I also saw a special that if you can prove you're one of the direct descendants of the founding fathers, you get like a free ride to a lot of the major universities like Harvard. So I always tell my friends, I'm like,
Even if you're white, like, wouldn't that be part of you are the shitty part of history or something?
yeah, I mean, and you can just get in all these things free. There's like all these perks to being a direct descendant of one of the founding fathers. So I tell my friends, I'm like, I could go in Yale University and go, give me my books. Give me my books. They have to teach me because I get, direct descendant.
Whoa.
One of the founding fathers.
What if it turns out he was?
Yeah. And
But I think I would know. My family would hold on to that, right? They wouldn't just let it go. Then people would love to have bragging rights.
maybe they're embarrassed they never went to Yale.
Maybe. Yeah, and there's no one there's no real, lawyers or doctors in my family on the Hooper side. So I don't know. There's no money. But then I told my buddy, I'm like, there's no money in my family. He's like, well, these are the founding fathers. A lot of their places, they burned their houses to the ground and they died penniless and stuff. So I'm like, well, all right. Maybe it fits, but I like saying it.
I have that in common.
It fits, yeah. It's still a struggle.
He did
Someone
hoops, just like you just like poking people and stirring shit.
I do. It's really to irritate people. To bore and irritate. I just love doing that. I guess prodding people.
And yet you're so friendly. He's like the nicest guy. It's amazing. You got to hear more about this at keithandthegirl.com. We're also on iTunes under Keith and the Girl. We just chatted with him for about an hour. Check it out and the rest of the shows. Thanks for listening.
KeithandtheGirl.com